Well, for those who go under the knife for a Brazilian butt lift, also known as a BBL, the goal is a bigger butt, rounder hips, all of that. But there are some downsides that can come with the procedure. And that's the smell. A woman went on social media and she went viral. She says that she had her BBL removed, but before she did, she said that her sit down air stunk so bad. Take a listen.
Was like an embarrassment. I did.
No, no, wait, no, 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 no. They put this shit on the news. They put this on the news. Oh, God. This is Fox 2. Oh, Jesus Christ.
On social media and she went viral. She says that she had her BBL removed, but before she did, she said that her sit down air stunk so bad. Take a listen.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, my God. All right. Whew.
To the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it.
No. Is this a joke? This is a joke, right? They didn't really do this, right? This not real. This cannot be real. I don't believe it. This got to be a TikTok video.
Now, how does this happen? And is this even a real thing? My next guest, Dr. Anthony Yoon, he's going to explain this a little bit for us. Dr. Yoon, welcome to Fox 2 Detroit Live.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, I mean, have you heard of something like this happening, the smelly BBLs? It's all over social media.
Yeah, mostly just on social media. That's the funny thing. So this is a story that has been kind of recirculating probably over the last year or so. And there's this belief that people who have a BBL surgery, and BBL essentially is taking fat, liposuctioning it from your hips, from your thighs, and then purifying that fat and then injecting it into the buttocks. And there are a number of videos that came out maybe about a year ago where typically men were saying that they would be at the club, they would be surrounded by baddies, and that there was a certain smell that would emanate from the ones that had had BBL surgeries. And so there are all these ideas about why that could be happening that they would start bringing up. Some would say that it's secretions from the fat that would be leaking out. Other people would say that it's due to the inability to properly wash yourself. And there are all these other ideas too. And then this story came out of this woman fairly recently where she said that she had the BBL smell, that it's real, and that it even actually ruined her her relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a whole thing. There's so many people on TikTok saying this. People who have had these Brazilian butt lifts, BBLs, they're coming out and they're saying, "Hey, I stink. Like I don't smell the best." And people who have been around them have said that as well. I mean, could it be an infection? Could it be just not proper hygiene is not there? Or I mean, what is it?
So there are a couple of potential causes to it. The first thing is, yes, it could be basically just not having good hygiene. You know, when you have a BBL surgery, essentially your buttocks are much bigger afterwards. And could it be harder to wash back there? I would think yes. Now, that can't be always the excuse, I guess, or the reason. But the first thing that I would think of is hygiene. And that does upset some people when they hear that that could be the reason why they have a smell back there. The other reason why, though, and this is going to be not that common, but it's definitely possible, is infection. You are injecting fat into the body. Typically, that fat should not get infected, but the fat could. And if it does, infections smell, and they can smell really bad. But this is something that should be very, very rare because it isn't common to get an infection of your BBL. And so if it happens, you're going to have a lot of pain from it. You're going to have most likely drainage, redness. This isn't something that typically persists for months while you're feeling fine.
Yeah. I mean, some people online are saying that it smells like broccoli. It smells like dumpster juice. And I know that there's something called a lymphatic massage or something that, works it around. Like, what is that? What's that whole process like?
Well, so it's normal to get some drainage from your incisions after you have a BBL, after you have liposuction. I do a lot of liposuction surgery, and I tell patients, you're going to get drainage for a couple of days sometimes afterwards. And then the patients afterwards will wear a garment. Some people call it a faja. And there's a belief that maybe if you're not washing your faja regularly, that maybe that could cause a smell.
Shout out to all of the natural ladies out here. Shout out to all of you naturally beautiful queens who have not sacrificed your body, who has not sacrificed your body for vanity. In all seriousness, though, too, even though this is hilarious, in all seriousness, we've heard cases about people doing, it's not just Brazilian butt lifts. It's just having surgeries done and things done to your body, alterations done to your body completely. We've heard about women losing their lives from this, and I feel like it hasn't been a real focus on it, right? We put focus on everything else. We'll talk about everything else that's bad. We'll talk about as far as, especially women, they don't want to really talk about, though. They don't really want to talk about and have the conversation of how altering your body so drastically with surgeries and cosmetic surgeries and all of these lifts and all of these where they're taking off fat and they putting stuff in your body so you can lose weight, and you taking pills and you doing this, all of these different things just in the name of vanity. What they don't talk about are the dangers really associated with this stuff and all the lives that have been lost from it, right? The most viral case that I can recall is DC Youngfly's, I think it was his baby mom's, who ended up losing her life, I think, from having a mommy makeover surgery, and she just died. She just died right there during the operation, during the procedure. So there is another component to this where I think women need to, and young ladies need to take into consideration the dangers associated with having these procedures done. And, we fool ourselves, and you could tell online about how beautiful you are and how naturally pretty you are. But these cases really tell the truth about how y'all really feel about yourselves. And not having that self-confidence can be detrimental to not only just your livelihood, but just your life. When y'all ain't confident in yourselves, y'all are willing to do whatever y'all are willing to do whatever you can to fix it cosmetically. And that's bad. That's horrible. Men ain't going that far. Yes, men have surgeries, but I don't think we really, it's not to the extent that y'all taking it. And it needs to be highlighted more.
But those are some of the reasons why that it can happen. But once again, I don't think that this is a fault of the surgery necessarily. The surgery itself has its own detractors. There are issues with the operation anyway. But I think that the BBL smell itself is more of a personal, individual thing. If you don't have good hygiene, whether you have a BBL or not, you can smell back there.
All right. When y'all get these Brazilian butt lifts, man, y'all still gotta wash your ass, is what he's saying. All right. In layman's terms, he's saying, the doc is saying, listen, whether you got a butt lift or not, wash your ass and make sure you can wash it properly. Y'all can't, if y'all not getting in them creases and in them folds good enough, it's gonna be some stuff lingering back there that you wasn't able to get to because you couldn't reach around. You couldn't wrap your arm all the way around your ass cheeks. You couldn't get beyond the bubble. You couldn't get beyond the liquid pack that's in your ass. You got to do better. You got to do your due diligence and figuring out how to wipe your ass better. All right, ladies. All right, y'all drop a comment down below and I'll holler at y'all later.